Hey guys, welcome back to another video, and today we're going to be talking about forehands and kind of my off-season goals for 2025. The two goals I had for this off-season were to, one, be able to throw a disc 450 feet on a golf line, and two, to be able to have a serviceable forehand that's maybe usable up to 300 feet. That's my stretch goal. Anything within the 250 to 275 range would be very helpful. I'd be very happy with. But those were basically my two goals. And so now, for those of you that don't know me, I don't really ever throw forehands. I think on 99% of my shots, I'll be throwing a backhand. The only time I ever really do throw a forehand is if the hole or line demands a forehand shot. And luckily, there's very few of those out where I live. De La Viega has a couple forehand shots, but they're not really that demanding. It'll be kind of like 120, or not 120, like a 200-foot forehand shot. But the more courses I played, the more I realized that if I want to get much better at disc golf, I'm probably going to need a forehand. Hence why one of my off-season goals was to be able to throw 300 feet forehand. A question you might be asking is, why are you not good at throwing forehands? Well, the reason I'm not good at throwing forehands is because I'm left-handed. I've met a few people like this, but I throw righty backhand and lefty forehand. I don't know what it is, but all throwing sports, baseball, basketball, I use my left hand. But all club sports, so like golf, hockey, I swing right-handed. And then I write with my right hand. I don't know, it's all this complicated ordeal. That's why I mainly struggle with throwing righty forehands. It doesn't feel natural to me. I luckily have like I said, a lefty forehand. So although on paper it's not really useful because both my right hand backhand and lefty forehand finish to the left, it's useful because I don't have to throw like a patent pending shot in the woods. So still a useful tool, very useful tool actually, but not useful when I need to finish to the right. And so in this video, I'm basically going to be showing you a couple things I've learned to improve my forehand. That's kind of the value I'll be giving to you guys in this video. For those of you that maybe don't have a good forehand yourself or are in the same predicament as me where you're left-handed but need a righty forehand. But also, I like to get some help from you guys, some advice. Anything is valuable because I know a lot of things about disc golf and disc golf backhand form, but forehand, I'm kind of a work in progress. I try to watch videos, learn new things, kind of understand the physiology behind how it works, but I definitely don't know everything, and hence why I've been struggling to get a good forehand. But I'll show you the things that I've learned today and show you what my distances are, and then based on my form and what you see and what I've learned, and then maybe you guys can comment down below some of the best advice you've learned, or if you think you know directly what I'm struggling with, that would be a major help too. But without further ado, let's get straight into throwing. So just to let you guys know, my maximum forehand distance is probably around 250 feet if I'm lucky. But the maximum distance that I'm comfortable putting on a line is probably just like 200 feet for maybe up shots. And if the hole is maybe wide open, I'll maybe get a little bit more aggressive with the forehand, but I'd say around the 200 range is where I'm comfortable, and you'll see why right here. So here's a forehand for you. I haven't really warmed it up. Not too bad. Maybe 150 feet. That's pretty solid for me. So I would say with my progression with forehands, since like throwing or doing anything with my right hand besides writing with a pencil was weird, I would say that the first thing I tried to learn was just wrist flick, and I would say that really helped me just kind of get comfortable with using my right hand and right wrist, kind of just flicking the disc out there. And that was useful for like 100-foot up shots where you didn't want to finish to the left. And then getting into the first real tip that I learned, I would say that I actually learned this from my buddy not too long ago who throws really killer forehands. He told me to focus on weighting the elbow and letting everything else in your body kind of stay loose. And he told me a bunch of tips, but this one really stuck with me. Really helped me because I wouldn't keep my elbow tight, but I would keep it slightly tense, and then everything else would feel kind of weightless. The point is that when I put all this weight in my elbow, that it would naturally flow forward, which would give me that little extra bit of power. That kind of that tip alone helped me raise my arm speed from around 42 miles per hour to like 46, 47 miles per hour. So it was really useful. And I felt like before, when I tried to force it, I would hurt myself, and my body, since it's never been in those positions before, it would be really tense, and I kind of discouraged me from ever wanting to learn a forehand, and that kind of helped me throw forehands a little bit better. The second tip I learned, which might be more obvious to other people, is swinging your hips a lot earlier and having your back hip twist forward quickly, similar to how you're throwing a ball. And that is, like I said, very common knowledge for other people, how you want to twist your hips and kind of let your body follow through. But to me, it wasn't so obvious. So I kind of recently just learned that. And so pairing those two tips together helped me go from 42 to 44 miles per hour all the way up to 50 to 52 mile per hour throws. Now I'm feeling just like a little bit more confident where I can throw forehands off the tee if the hole kind of demands it. Wow, that was one of my better forehands. That was a rock 3. But yeah, that's kind of those are the two tips that I've really learned. And now I'll kind of just throw some forehands and kind of talk to you about what I'm feeling. You guys can comment down below some advice to maybe help me out. That'd be much appreciated. But let's just see how far I can throw these forehands, and then this will kind of be like our baseline for the 2024 offseason. Let's see. Wow, that one felt pretty good. Probably like 200 something. And it's also important to note that I'm probably throwing the wrong discs. Like specifically picked out any forehand discs. So I'll show all the discs I've thrown are pretty much overstable except for that rock 3. And maybe I should be trying stuff that's a little bit more flippy. Here I'll be throwing my TL3. Let's see how that goes. Geez, that was hot. But maybe I should be trying stuff that's more flippy. I think I will. Actually, I'm really curious to try these two. I got a TD and a turn in the bag. Maybe I should start doing this and focus on hyzer flips. Oh, wow, that felt buttery. Wow, that could be my longest forehand yet. We'll see. Let's go test the distances, and then I'll report back to you guys. Just finished throwing those forehands and checking the distances. My Toros, or my overstable approach discs, went about 180 feet. My Firebird TL3 and Volt, which are my fairway drivers of neutral, stable, and overstable, all went about 240-ish feet. And the disc I threw the furthest was the TD. It was my slightly understable 10-speed distance driver. Went about 268-ish, 270-ish feet. That's kind of where my forehand's at. And I can give you guys a side profile of how I throw too. I'll overlay it with this footage. But yeah, let me know what you guys think I should be working on. Obviously I know it's going to be a work in progress and it's going to take some time, but I'm hoping to take as much information as I can get, and then hopefully in turn I can share some information back with you so that you guys find some stuff useful as well. But besides that, there's only one other thing I have to talk about, and it's another question you guys might be asking is, since you're left-handed, can you throw lefty backhand? And to answer that question, I can, and I definitely have a little bit more power than my forehand. I'm pretty sure I could throw 300 feet with the lefty backhand, which I'll show to you guys after I dry these discs off. But the only problem is that I'm way less accurate, and I feel like throwing a forehand, although I don't think it's really good for your shoulder, it's probably better for accuracy. And if I'm only going to be using it for approach shots or 300-foot shots, I don't think I'll be putting enough strain on my shoulder if I learn it correctly. So I feel like the forehand would be better, but comment down below what you think. Is a lefty backhand, is two backhands better than a backhand and a forehand? I'm not sure. Let me know down below. Yeah, let me finish drying these discs and then I'll show you guys my lefty backhand. I'm not expecting too much here. Oh. But I'm definitely open to learning. So, based on that throw alone, I already know I throw a little bit further. A bit wobbly. Oh yeah. See, that's my problem with lefty. Do a little bit of rounding action. There you go. Kind of a good shot with the turn. That's probably around 300 feet, but let's go collect those distances and compare. Just finished throwing lefty backhand, and my envy and went around 255-ish, 260 feet, which is almost as far as my TD forehand, funny enough. My buzz went about 280 or maybe like 275. My TL3s, I threw about the same distance, like 290-ish. And the furthest flying disc was the Halo turn. And I put it on a little bit of Anheuser. It went about 317. So it's clear I throw a lot further with my left hand, lefty backhand, but I probably need, there's a lot I would need to work on with timing, and with each form I have to work on different things. So with my lefty backhand, I wouldn't necessarily have to work on power. I'd have to work on my technique to improve my accuracy and my consistency. And with my forehand, I probably have to work more on my power and my consistency. Accuracy is definitely a little bit better with my forehand. I'll overlay some footage right now of my lefty backhand on the side view, and you guys can kind of pick what you think I should work on. Just comment down below what you guys think. I already said that a million times, but I'm kind of curious to see what you guys think. I'm appreciative of you guys watching these videos, so I value your time and effort to comment and put energy into this video. But that about does it. I know it's been a while since I posted, but I'm definitely going to be coming out with content a little bit more frequently now. I've just been a little bit under the weather. Expect more videos to come out. But besides that, if you guys could like and subscribe, that would really mean a lot to me. And if you haven't checked out my store, I own Disc Zone. If you haven't heard of it, if you want to check it out online, would really mean a lot to me. Thanks again, guys, for all your support, and I'm sure to come out with some videos soon. So I'll see you guys then. Thanks again for watching. Peace.